Thoughts are things. You become what you think about. This is Kimarko, hitting you with another installment. Stay tuned.
In this world of chaos and confusion, it is not easy to choose a path that is meaningful. Some choose a path based only on someone else's opinion. Others choose a path based on fear and dictation. But there are those that choose their paths based on knowledge. I am among those few. If you ask me, I will tell you, let knowledge be your path to true freedom.
Hey Truth Seekers, it is your boy Kimarko once again. And today I want to talk about a very important topic. But before I do so, again, if you're new to my channel, I'm asking you, hit that subscribe button and give it a thumbs up if you like it, and also share this video if you found it useful. So let's go right into what I'm about to talk about today. I'm sure you have heard it before that thoughts are things. You have even read it in the scripture, some of you, where the scripture says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. There are many books that have spoken on this idea that we become what we think about, and that our thoughts are indeed things. So today I want to share a very practical experience I had many years ago that actually proved that thoughts are things. A couple of years ago, I was sitting in my room, but it was not really a room. I wasn't at home alone, I think, and I was just there sitting and saying, what is it that I'm afraid of? Oh, by the way, at the time of recording this video, I'm at home and there are some little activities going on the outside, so please, if you hear anything in the background, please forgive me, pardon me. I do tend to make videos as I am so moved or impressed to do such, so please bear with me. Now, where was I? So I was saying that a few years ago I was at home somewhere else and I was alone, and I was thinking of things that I was afraid of, things that could get me scared. And as the thoughts ran through my mind, the thought of being locked in a coffin, alive, came in. And so as I was there listening to the thoughts, engaging and entertaining the thoughts, something very interesting started to happen. I literally felt myself being suffocated just by imagining me being locked in a coffin, visualizing me being buried in the dirt underneath 6 feet under, locked into something that I would not be able to come out from without help. And that literally gave me a very frightening experience. It was from there I knew, or should have known better, that our thoughts become things. And I'm sure I have mentioned this in previous videos somewhere, but I just wanted to add to the last video I made speaking about how to overcome depression. One of the things we can do is just changing our thought processes or thought patterns, and that's one of the things I have done to help me. I have also been meditating, but not as frequently as some people do. And my form of prayer, because for the Christians they pray to a God, what I do pray, what my form of prayer is more like affirmations, or some people call them mantras, where I just get up in the mornings most of the time and I just give thanks for what I have. I give thanks. I would say something like this: I give thanks to the Creator of all things, that is above all things, before all things, and within all things, the true divine, life-giving source, because I am blessed and highly favored. I am above and not beneath. I am the head and not the tail, and I can do all things through Christ in me. I give thanks for food on my table, for shoes on my feet, and for clothes on my back. These are some of the things I say, and I say I am blessed. I am thankful. I am grateful. I am prosperous. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I have abundance within me and around me. These are some of the self-affirmations I speak to myself whether I'm in the shower, going to work, wherever it is, mostly in the mornings, or whenever my spirit is so inclined to do so. These are some of the thoughts I entertain. Conversely, we can entertain negative thoughts that can also have a very serious impact, not only on our psyche, but on our entire lives. Whenever it is that we start to entertain negative thoughts, what starts to happen is that we start to create that reality for ourselves. So when the Christ said in the scriptures that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, that was not a trivial statement. We are creating our worlds. We are creating universes, our own universe. We are creating our own realities by the things that we think and by the things that we allow to come into our thoughts, by the ideas we entertain, whether from outside or from within us. And so it is very important that we take stock of the things we think about. And it is also important that we take stock of the things that we allow to come into our consciousness. It's not easy to live in a life where there are so many negative things happening around us and we are always positive. It is almost, for want of a better word, impossible to do such. However, what we can do is pay attention to the thought, allow it to come through. Because what mindful meditation helps us to do is to focus, to channel our energies at a focal point. One of the strategies they teach in meditation is that you clear your mind. You allow the thoughts, whatever thoughts they are, as you keep the focus first on your breathing, you allow your mind to come to a place of stillness. So there will be many thoughts rushing through the mind, allow it to come through. Just allow it to pass. Don't stop it. Don't engage in it. Just allow it to pass through. Negative things will come. Positive things will come. There are many different strategies to meditation. But I am not talking about meditation today. I'm just talking about the proof that thoughts become things. The more we meditate upon a thing, it's the more that thing becomes a part of our reality. The more we focus on a thing, it's the more that thing becomes a part of us. And so I have been learning, because yes, I'm still a student of this idea, I'm still a student of this lifestyle, I'm still a student on this path of knowledge. And what I've realized is that there are days when you're not going to feel like thinking positive things because there are not many positive things happening around you. There are times when you're not going to want to get up to go to work or to school. There are times when you don't want to engage with anyone or interact with anyone. There are times when you just want to be alone and you just want to meditate and keep yourself in a point where in a certain amount of solitude. And so it is very important that when we are going through whatever it is that we are going through, that we allow ourselves not to get tied up into the negative things that will pass through our thoughts. Because what we want to do is to create positive things in our lives, powerful things in our lives. things that will help us to grow and to develop and to learn, as was mentioned in the previous video. Things that will help us to reach to our highest goals, things that will help us to be our highest selves. I don't want to sound like I'm quoting much scripture today, but this Christ also said that it has done to you as you have believed. So one of the things that will happen to us is that, and this was also mentioned in the book I was telling you about in the previous video, the 4 agreements, is that there will be suggestions or ideas that are not our own that will come to us from outside, from a friend, from a family member, from a stranger, you name it. It will not have any impact on us until we believe it, until we accept it. And so it is very important that we know the things that we accept about ourselves. And one of the things I will no longer accept about myself is that I'm a sinner condemned to hell. That's not one of the things I would accept. I would accept, however, that I am an expression of the Creator. I'm a spark of divinity. I'm not putting myself equal to the Creator. I'm saying I am an expression of the Creator. They are two different things. The power and the assurance and the security it gives me is that I'm not separate from the Creator. The Creator is a part of me and I'm a part of the Creator. I am not separate. And by this thought, by this idea, by this thought pattern, I am able to create my own reality. And if you observe and you look around you from your child until this day, we have not ever seen something that is invisible. I mean, literally seen something that is invisible creating the tangible things. But the true power behind all of this is that which is invisible. And that's the idea, that's the thought of this device I'm speaking to you on. The thought of the first telephone, the thought of the first washing machine, the thought of the first refrigerator, the thought of the first automobile, the thought of the first aeroplane, the thought of the first pen, and the list goes on. So it is very important, friends, that we take stock of the things that we engage in. Sometimes we are lost into whatever we are watching and engaging in, and we're not really realizing how it is impacting our subconscious thoughts, our subconscious mind. And so today I just want to leave the reminder with you, because I am of the view that you already know these things. But just in case you don't, it is a privilege and an honor to be able to share with you that from personal experience I have seen where my thought has impacted me in such a way that I almost died, literally, just by thinking about being locked into a coffin. There are other things that has happened to me. One such thing is that I would say claustrophobic. And it was so bad when I was a child that even if I should turn off the lights now, it would not affect me. But back then, the lights being off would affect me, right? The things like that would affect me. Being in crowded places make me feel like I'm suffocating. So remember, you are what you think about. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And again, thoughts are things. Please remember to hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. And as always, let knowledge be your path to true freedom. See you in the next video. Peace.